for much longer. Like they can't. Like EG, you're looking at this one. Sandwraith, we've seen so many times already how important he is. Pebbles was thinking about having a crack. He still got that port key, and Sandwraith scared. Sandwraith moved back instantly the second that actually happened. It was just like, you know what?
Oh, Sandwraith goes up here. He ports up here. He actually takes a Whistler. Can he get away from the finish line? Oh, he does, but the Pebbles combination comes in and gets the kill. With the shrunken head and the ultimate activated. Oh, the take cover, though, used by Bubbles. Not going to be enough, though. He goes down. The ultimate from Bubbles on Hammerstorm, however, but the shrunken head will not make him stun. The flare also coming out. Not going to be enough, but the range from Flint Beast finishes off Hammerstorm. In the meantime, down here, more chase going on. Sages Lore on Pebbles, trying to chase on this Vindicator now after 4 players being cleaned up. Vindicator trying to stay out of range. Expect that portal key soon, though. Smart play by Swindlemel's right there. He auto-attacks him, so he can't use the portal key. He's maybe going to try to finish off Flint Beast, but yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. You're only Vindicator, unfortunately. A genocide for the Hellborn team. Wow. I'm not sure. Sandwraith, I mean, he ported up there. He finished off Witchslayer, but again, it's one of those, it wasn't really worth it. I guess figured he would have had earlier support, or maybe he would have been able to pick up more kills, but in the end, a very, very aggressive push right there. Turned out, kind of come back and bite them in the arse.
Yeah, that did actually happen. What an accent. What an accent. 8 apiece coming up. 8 seconds left. 26-20. This is what we talked about. You have one fight, and it can turn the pressure of this game. And that's exactly what happened. EG, they just had that time. Sandwraith initiating a little bit. I don't think the team was ready. The team was not ready to really go on that one. They split themselves up, and they fought on 2 different fronts at that time. And it really, really did not help them one iota. And in the end, Ice, they put themselves back. I think I jinxed them by actually saying can they actually break the chain of this 40-minute turn off, and well, they can still do that. This isn't an over game. There is no way this game is over.
Definitely not.
We're now clocking 40 minutes, so we're heading into the late game. Everyone should be up to the level 3 ultimates as well, and everything should hit the fan. Apart from Thunderbringer, he's only 13.
Yeah. Flint Beastwood, though, well, yeah, that's actually a good point. He just said 14, in fact, but Thunderbringer, he is a little bit underleveled in that sense compared to a lot of these other heroes. Something like a Pebbles, a Bubbles, who have 18, 17, even his own team, 16 and 17. He's only level 14, so you would like him to have that. As well. Yeah, Vindicator, I mean, you would kind of expect that, though. Of course, he does have the level 2 ultimate now, so 4-second silence instead of the 3, so it is a little bit more powerful, so not a horrible deal by any means. Here we go! Pebbles comes in out of Invis. The silence trying to be used by Vindicator. It's not up to, unfortunately. The aura, though, is taking effect. Here we go. Pebbles is still alive quite a bit, in fact. Chipper coming in with the rockets on top of the ultimate. Pebbles is starting to drop fast in the meantime. 3 players right there for the Hellborn team. Down goes Pebbles right there. Flint Beastwood can he survive? Brandon did no! The rocket snipes him down there. Goes to alive. He will come back off. Can they finish him off? Of course they can. He is not going to get out of this. Absolutely no way. Genocide! He gets knocked out. A hat trick comes out for Melvin. Genocide for the Legion team. And just like that, the game is once again completely turned around.
Can these guys figure out who the hell's supposed to be winning this game? Because it is not happening. It's our turn now. Complete genocide. Not a single hero lost.
Yeah. When
that happened in the last big fight, they lost 1. It wasn't a full clean sweep. And this time around, EG losing heroes left, right, and center. They got themselves caught out, and they looked for the initiation. We saw Pebbles moving around with that invis, and it wasn't enough.
They didn't even use the Vindicator ultimate. It wasn't even up, and it just came out at the end. They didn't even need a Vindicator ultimate. That shows you how powerful the aura is as well. He was in the midst of that team final round, especially Pebbles, and it did stop a lot of his comboing. So I'm sure he was very frustrated by that. And if the Legion team can win a team fight without and get a genocide without a Vindicator ultimate, I would definitely be really scared if I was EG. So on top of that, though, EG did get a little spread out, and ultimately that did help the Legion team, of course. But it is unbelievable how we were just talking about EG definitely building momentum. They're looking good. They got the token alive on Flint Beast, but he's getting a lot of farm. But all of a sudden, a genocide with no players lost with the Legion team, and it really is just unbelievable. This series it's been like this. I mean, just when you think one team is starting to gain something, all of a sudden the other team comes back.
Yeah, it's always what happens. Like we were talking about how they're underleveled. One fight can get you back up to that. Thunderbringer now level 16. His ulti's up. Vindicator gained 2 levels during that big fight as well, so he's up to 13. And they're all getting themselves back up to levels. Like the lowest level at the moment, the Wooden Spoon goes to Witchslayer, but that's just his role. That's just what he's supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
But 31-20, 42 minutes into this one. Still no racks down. I can't emphasize how important that is. The racks is literally how you win this game. It doesn't come from a Kongor kill. It doesn't come from taking out the tier 2 towers. It doesn't come from getting a genocide. Unless you can literally push inside the base, all those things do actually like pull into it. But unless you can pull that off, Bubbles!
No, it's an illusion.
Oh, I was getting excited.
It always does catch you off guard.
He was green.
Some heroes are like that. They're a little hard to tell than others, but... Thunderbird actually using the ultimate. Santa's going to pour in there. We're trying to do Congo here. Look at Wish they're going to drop right there. Santa does pour it in. Pebbles starting to drop it as well. Vindicator using his ultimate on top of that. Bubbles ports back in, actually. The Bubbles ultimate knocking the old Hammerstorm down. He gets out of there with a truck and a Willie Chase. It looks like it cuts over to the right. The Rocket's coming out. Split right there. Hell, Legion team, though. They're choosing not to overextend right here. A Courier actually got killed. Doesn't look like anything dropped, but one of the Couriers, it looked like the Legion team lost their Courier. You see the Puzzle Box minions going down right there. So Conger dropped to about half life right there. Good job. That's why it's so hard to do Conger against Thunderbringer and Sandwraith. I mean, if they suspect that you're doing Conger, one of them will use their ultimates, and well, sure enough, they saw right there. They went in and cleaned up a couple of Furios and prevented the actual Conger kill from happening. So well played right there from the Legion team.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Things going back to normal now.
Yeah, on the downside of that one, they both use their ultimates just then.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
They can't check for another about 60 seconds or thereabouts. So you do have to keep your eyes open. But they do have so many different things they can see it. Like even just firing off a couple of rockets from Chipper will Ansley find out. Oh, look at the Hammerstorm comes in. Pebbles shook it out of this one. Does in fact, but comes straight back in the midst. He's right in the middle of this at the moment. While Thunderbringer's doing whatever he can. They're right on top. But Chipper rolled actually comes down too. Hammerstorm doing whatever he can. The stun's coming from the Wish Slayer from the side. Hammerstorm should go down. In fact, in comes Behemoth. Ports himself in. Thinks he might have a go here. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. Trying to pull himself back here as there's enough damage comes through. Bubbles rejoins the fight as well. Sandwraith TPing out. Can they do enough damage? Even the Ancient Creeps are coming in to have a bit of a slap, but they're not going to get it. We do see another hero go down too. The Lord going up. Flip Beats one again. He's alive. Oh, there's Pebbles coming right on top of that.
One piece, one, and Dot's taking him down. No, down to 30 life. It does not last long enough. We've got another auto attack. Would have been getting a kill right there, but Flint Beast barely survives. And the Hellborn team is going to get the Conger kill. So that was so close. The big thing, though, like I stated earlier, the Null Fire Blade from Flint Beast, but he used it right away on Hammerstorm. The ultimate was taken off, and he was hitting for much, much, much less damage. I mean, we're talking about a level 3 ultimate. I believe that's something like a 250 or 150 base damage increase.
Oh, Sandwraith! He's managed to actually catch out Bubbles. Bubbles is going for the bit of a fun side. Does actually get himself out there.
Yeah, he's difficult to kill for that reason. He uses the take cover, resets the portal key, and he can just portal out like that. So a good attempt, but he almost got him. He could have ported on Witch there. Would have gotten more than likely an easy kill on him, but he chose for Bubbles, took the risk, and didn't come through with it. But another Congo kill here for the Hellborn team, and once again, of course, using the token. We're going to be able to use the token of life.
It's on Pebbles this time.
It is on Pebbles this time. So we talked about that last time. You can't really. It is hard to debate, who it should be on. One of those three heroes, but yeah, like I said, Pebbles. I think that obviously is the confident one there, being that he's in the midst of those. And so a good pick up there. Portal Key also picked up on Behemoth, by the way. I think he has had that for a while, but I don't think either of us have mentioned it. So solid there, as we talked about. And Sandwraith now goes back to the middle lane, continuing to farm. By the way, he's been sitting on the Ice Brand for a little bit now. I honestly would expect that he's going to turn that into a Frostwolf Skull, which will be very useful, especially against this Flint Beastwood, who relies on a lot on a fast attack speed, and obviously that does slow down your attack speed quite a bit as well as the slow.
Actually, I'm liking one thing at the moment. Behemoth has actually gone for a Void Talisman, so we can actually port himself in, let off everything he's got, and then just fire that one off. He can't be attacked. He can be spellcast on.
It's kind of dangerous, though, because they did change it recently, where now you have Hammer. Here we go, though. Hammerstorm jumps in, and Nullstone, though, blocking against the Hammer right there. And Hammerstorm activates the Struck Head, though. Bubbles dropping fast. Look at him just focus fire. Hammerstorm 3 hits or so takes him out. Oh, the silence from Vindicator stop Bubbles from porting out, but he is going to be able to run away. Hammerstorm being chased. Pebbles jumps back in. Down goes Hammerstorm right there. Sandwraith ultimate coming out. Excuse me, those are Geometer Veins, actually. Sandwraith does not have his ultimate yet. Ooh, Vindicator, what are you thinking, buddy? He comes back in, gets picked off, and Sandwraith has actually pushed up. No, he's behind, so that was the Geometer Vein illusion still. No Sandwraith ultimate, kind of unfortunate there. Not sure what Vindicator was thinking either, but 2 players picked off right there for the 1 exchange. Now the Hellborn team going to make a little bit of a push here, perhaps.
Yes, Sandwraith's ultimate was actually still on cooldown. It will be coming off in about 5 seconds. He'll actually have it back again. He's probably going to need it. With those 2 heroes down, the mid push will come. Pebbles is on the front lines. Beastwood hitting from behind. They saw Behemoth just slightly crossing across. Now Bubbles will join the mix as well. Tier 2 tower goes down. Will they push? Ice doesn't like to push. They take out the Tier 2 and then they fall themselves back. Now the Tier 3 straight in. Tosses it back in towards them next. Chipper is in a lot of trouble. Pops up the ulti before he's going to die. Does die, in fact. Sandwraith is still doing every possibly can. He's actually gone outside the base here. Bubbles is trying to run back out. We do have Pebbles as well. They're all blocking each other. It's literally a trash traffic jam down the middle lane, but they can still get it off. Sandwraith attacking from behind. He does get tossed. He does go back. And wow, still 2 heroes dying from the Legion side. Not a single casualty for the Hellborn.
They did save the tower, though. Well, they saved the middle tower. As we see the top tower actually get taken out by a creep push. They did save the tower, and they saved it for taking quite a bit of damage, in fact. So it barely took any damage, and although they didn't get any kills themselves, they did prevent a big initiative or a big aggressive push right there from the Hellborn team. So ultimately, that really was a very successful defensive stand by the Legion team right there. Well played on their part. They still do, however, they still do, however, have to deal with the token of life on Shu, who, by the way, just finished his demonic breastplate. So very big pickup, especially on a hero like him. Increases the attack speed as well as, of course, the minus and plus armor for them. So as always, a very good item pickup. But yeah, so right now, again, we're kind of in that swing now. EG, once again, gaining the momentum swing back again. But you cannot sit here and say that they're going to come through with this, because we've seen so many times, we keep reiterating it. It seems like we've had a lot of back and forth, and, well, I would not be surprised if that happens once again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's just here Korea flying down with a new thing for the Sandwraith. So Frostwolf's Skull is actually now being completed on Sandwraith. He'll have that to play around with on the bottom lane. This is going to help him even more during those fights to really try and get on top at the moment. Because we do at that point, 49 minutes into it, the creeps get us that little bit stronger, a little bit harder to push themselves back just to balance it off. But watch for these lanes. Watch for these lanes. The creep lane, it pushed out. As you said before, Tier 2 tower went down just by a Sentinel lane pushing out. So when the momentum builds up, you've got to keep your eyes on it. You can't always just sit back at base. Yeah. Even the Tier 3 towers are the only things that are standing between EG and a $10,000 prize pool here from DYA. It's a lot to go against.
Nullstone also picked up on Flint Beastwood now, so obviously he's not necessarily a hero like a Pebbles that relies as much on being silenced as he is that right-click hero, especially with the way he's built now. But honestly, I think that really is more so for the Sandwraith ultimate. Again, it prevents at least one more illusion from coming out, and although, it's only one illusion, it's one illusion. I mean, and those can definitely deal a good amount of damage, as we have seen throughout the game. And, we're now at the 50-minute mark. Of course, the Sandwraith is pretty well farmed, so the more illusions you can take out, the better. So, and obviously it also does have its other uses on top of the silence, as well as, of course, the Thunderbringer nukes. So, yeah, it definitely has its other uses as well. And interesting pickup, but at the same time, it definitely has some sense behind it, of course, as well. And Sebuska, I'm not going to sit here and try to second-guess his item pickups by any means.
Yeah, I don't think we're really qualified to do that.